Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we have a hero journalist that is willing to ask Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams why they betrayed George Lucas. Not in those exact words, but definitely flirting with that area of what's going on with Lucasfilm and Star Wars. And like I tweeted out, if you get a chance to talk to J.J. Abrams or Kathleen Kennedy or Bob Iger or Rian Johnson, and you don't grill them on what they've done with Star Wars, then you don't deserve any respect. Your site doesn't deserve any respect. You are nothing but a passive-aggressive beta, and nobody should take you seriously. These people need to be held accountable for what they have done. And now this is taking place overseas. This is on Jar Jar Abrams' channel, so shout out to Jar Jar Abrams. Now, this was a press conference from Japan, and I've kind of forwarded up to the point where the question is done, and then the translator has to start translating the question for JJ and Kathleen Kennedy. And once the translator starts talking, you're going to see that JJ and Kathleen both start squirming because neither one of them want to touch this question. And this is what everybody should be asking them. Every single person should be asking both of these people these questions right here. And then after we hear Kathleen Kennedy's pathetic answer, we're going to show you video evidence to support the fact that she's a liar. And it's with her and George Lucas sitting there together right when it was announced that Disney had purchased Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy was going to be the new president of Lucasfilm. So let's jump right into it and watch the body language of J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy.
Question for JJ and Kathleen. Lucas has entrusted you with 7 to 9, and in the very first script that Lucas has written, of course, all the world loves the authorship of George Lucas and the world that he created. There was the mythic growling that was written in the script, and I think, Kathleen, you once did away, or you didn't accept the first script that came, and because Lucas had written some parts of this saga, and also he's written a book. And would it be part of the Star Wars canon in the future?
Well, actually, George Lucas never wrote a script for 7, 8, or 9. And the ideas that I think you're referencing are ideas that he had for other possible movies. They were small summaries that represented some thoughts and ideas, but he never wrote any screenplays.
Okay, you evil, crooked woman. You're playing around with words right now. Poor George, look at that. That's gotta be like, you're probably wondering how I got here. That's kind of that look. Poor George Lucas. But this is also from Jar Jar Abrams. Now, Kathleen Kennedy is going, he didn't write any script. And what you're talking about, what you're probably referencing is small little stories from other films. No, Kathleen Kennedy, let's listen to George Lucas's own words. How about we do that while you're sitting right across from the man?
I always said I wasn't going to do any more, and that's true, because I'm not going to do any more. But that doesn't mean I'm unwilling to turn it over to Kathy to do more. Mm-hmm. I have story treatments of 7, 8, and 9, and a bunch of other movies, and obviously we have hundreds of books and comics and everything you could possibly imagine.
Story treatments for 7, 8, and 9 and other movies, and we have books and comics and so many other stories, but Kathleen claims there's no source material. Let's continue.
So, you know, I sort of moved that treasure trove of stories and various things to Kathy, and
that she claims doesn't exist right now.
You know, I have complete confidence that she's going to take them and make great movies. I'm doing this so that the films will have a longer life, and so that more fans and people can enjoy them into the future. It's a very big universe I've created, and there's a lot of stories that are sitting in there.
The main thing is to protect these characters, make sure that they still continue to live in the way that you created them. And
every time I hear that, I absolutely cringe beyond belief. The fact that there are people out there that can still defend this woman. The fact that people out there can't just listen to this woman's words and see her for the liar that she is unbelievable.
And that the universe of Star Wars continues to grow.
I just said that I would back her up, and I would be there if you know, and especially helping with the script and making sure.
Especially helping with the script. Hang on. Especially helping with the script.
The ideas for 7. George Lucas never wrote a script for 7, 8, or 9.
But he just said he especially wanted to help with the script.
I would back her up, and I would be there if you know, and especially helping with the script and making sure the script sort of, there's a lot of blank spots in the story treatment that hopefully we can fill in. And
I think the incredible thing about George is, you know, this is not like a series of books like Harry Potter where you've already got a template of what the stories might be. These are original stories and original ideas that come out of a world that essentially is in George's head. So the beauty of the collaboration that can continue is, as we work our way through these scripts, if we're sitting and saying, you know, I wonder if this character can do that, or does this make sense within the rules of Star Wars? That really, he's the keeper of the flame when it comes to that.
It's the same thing with the first 3 films. That's all my job is to be the keeper of the flame. Well, it's based on human behavior, human psychology, you know, mythology, which is the sort of archaeology of human behavior.
Oh, I can't stand this woman. Now, also, I'm probably gonna have to do a jump cut right here because there's the part. I think that picture. I may need to just I may just need to make that the screen cap right here. You know, you're probably wondering how this, whatever that line is, you know, where the movies start or whatever, but just to confirm more of this nonsense that's being spewed out of Kathleen Kennedy's mouth. And again, we're going to listen to her garbage answer one more time.
Star Wars canon in the future?
Well, actually, George Lucas never wrote a script for 7, 8, or 9. And the ideas that I think you're referencing are ideas that he had for other possible movies.
Now, I'm going to do a jump cut really quick, and we'll be right back. Okay, here we go. So you remember a few months ago, Bob Iger, for some reason, revealed in his book that George Lucas felt betrayed, which was a monumental mistake in my opinion, but whatever. But in there, you know, Kathleen Kennedy, again, she claims she's so dismissive of it. George didn't write any script for a 7, 8, and 9, and I think what you're talking about, no, Kathleen Kennedy, what we're talking about is what happened. And here's what Bob Iger said. George immediately got upset as they began to describe the plot, and it dawned on him that we weren't using one of the stories he submitted during the negotiations. George knew we weren't contractually bound to anything. And then it talks about how he thought that by them buying the story treatments was a promise that they would follow them, and he was disappointed that his story was being discarded. I'd been so careful since our first conversation not to mislead him in any way, and I didn't think it had now, but I could have handled it better. George felt betrayed. And while this whole process would have never been easy for him, we've gotten off to an unnecessarily rocky start. There you go. Clearly, George Lucas, in his own words, was offering story treatments for 7, 8, and 9 by his own words. And then he offered to then especially help out with the scripts. Yet Kathleen Kennedy refused to work with him, and then Bob Iger confirms that George felt betrayed. How in the hell does anyone defend this woman at this point? I don't know. But this is where we're at with Star Wars. Once again, the woman has been exposed as a liar, as a hypocrite, and as a backstabber. She was literally handed the entire brand of Star Wars and the sequel trilogy outlines, and she has destroyed it. And now she's been busted by a hero journalist, Japanese journalist, And I think more journalists need to be doing this. More journalists need to be calling this woman out, holding JJ accountable, holding Ryan Johnson accountable, holding Bob Iger accountable, and holding Kathleen Kennedy accountable. Do your job. Hold these people accountable. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money, and we will talk to you later. Hey everyone, it's Jeremy from geeksandgamers.com, and if you're a fan of Geeks and Gamers, please go to our website, visit our merchandise store. We have t-shirts, hoodies, hats, beanies, tank tops, and in the very near future, we're going to have many more products for you to choose from. So thank you for the support. We appreciate it. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.